What is something you won't tell your friends or family, but you will tell Reddit? All my friends and family know that I've had a few concussions. But what they don't know is that it's really affecting my brain. I can't remember anything. If it's not written down, I will probably forget to do it. It's always things I need to do, or stuff I need to get at the store, etc. I'm not forgetting names or where I am or anything. I also have a terrible time with getting distracted, like right now. I used to be able to concentrate on a task for hours on end, but now I can get sidetracked so easily. I play off my forgetfulness as a joke, but it's getting worse and I'm getting scared. I can relate with you. When I was in 5th grade, I sustained a really bad head injury. Pupils wouldn't respond to light when the ambulance first arrived. My face would turn black for months after the injury if I did any type of physical exercise, and my eye was swollen shut. It was the size of one of those small oranges, cuties, I think. For about 2 weeks. Fast forward to high school, I started playing football and was a running back. I know that I had a series of undiagnosed concussions, and I watched it slowly begin to affect my schoolwork. I used to be really good at math, like I could solve things really easily and quickly. Then I noticed a year later when reviewing problems that I couldn't even comprehend certain problems anymore. My math professor even asked me about it, because I had previously been so quick about it. Fast forward a little more, I've now graduated college and I still feel like that fog that sits in my brain is growing. I have trouble remembering conversations or recalling names of things. Lately, I've noticed that it's become harder for me to even remember how to spell easy words. It's honestly really scared me for the future. On top of all of that, my hands have been shaking since I graduated high school. As in, I can't hold them still. They just shake. I always tell people that it's my caffeine intake, but I know that it isn't. I've dropped caffeine for about 2 weeks on multiple occasions to be certain of that. I've never told anyone about any of that, because I'm just scared to admit it's a reality. I have very few moments of clarity where I can actually think and process things well, and it just makes me frustrated with myself.
Dude, get to the neurologist. This is major league.
Since nobody would even try to believe me when a related topic came up in the outside world, there's these 4 possums that come to my garage every time I'm in there alone with it open, and they act just like domesticated cats until I shoo them out to leave. I have no fucking clue why they're only comfortable with me and don't beg Scour for food, but I named the dominant one Sputnik. Edit. The gold and super kind inbox messages are much appreciated, but knowing I made people smile is a much better feeling, so thank you. Next time we get together, I'll try to take pictures, just as long as nobody makes a creepy Our Possum Girls subreddit, okay? For some reason, I really enjoyed this reply in a sea of otherwise depressing revelations. Thanks for the smile. Edit. I want to make clear that I in no way meant to sound dismissive of the painful stories shared. I empathize deeply, maybe too much. But I really needed the visual of this person with his secret raccoon squad. Still making me smile today. Edit 2. Crap, opossums, not raccoons. I'm tired. Still funny. I've been living in my car for almost a year. I leave work and come back when everyone is gone. Use the Wi-Fi, pretend everything's okay. Money is tight right now for me, but I often wonder if my pride might become the death of me. Ask for help. You'd be amazed by what happens. Edit, y'all are making lots of assumptions about me. I don't mean ask help once, or even twice, but continue asking for help over and over again. No matter what situation anyone is in, we could all use a little help. I myself was homeless at some point. Strangers were more willing to help than my own family. The hardest thing I've probably ever had to do was knock on a stranger's door and ask if I could stay with them, because I was so desperate. They let me stay for 3 months, which was a huge help. It wasn't ideal, but I was warm and fed. Eventually I had to go, which meant I had to ask for help again and again and again. I reminded myself it was only temporary, and that someday I will be back on my feet. by the kindness of strangers and help in unfamiliar places I didn't know to look. I was able to recover with a new humbling perspective. Remember, it's only temporary. It has to be. That my girlfriend killed herself 4 years ago. They didn't know her very much and just assumed she dumped me when I stopped talking about her. I'm still completely unable to talk about it, and I will probably delete this in a day or two so as to avoid thinking about it when I read my post history. Edit. Didn't know this would get so much attention. I just logged back and it's nice to see so much support. I'll try to answer as many people as I can. I lost my first boyfriend to suicide about 5 years ago, so I can kind of understand what you're going through. I know you said you're not able to talk about it, but when you are, I really suggest reaching out. I know you don't want to think about it, but I suggest keeping a journal and expressing yourself that way until you're ready to talk to others. I did that, and it helped me work through a lot of pain. I hope you find peace. That I genuinely hate having to drive 3 hours nearly every weekend to see my family for planned events. The moment I decline anything, I get yelled at. Can't I just be at home, walk around naked, drink beer, and play video games? Is that so much to ask, Mom? Edit. Great advice from most of you. Some seem to think I loathe my parents. I do not. I just need some me time without feeling guilty. Have other plans with new friends. Make them way far in advance. If they don't like it, say, "Can't you come to me?" If they don't want to drive that far, say, "Now you know how I feel." Show up to an event with a beer, naked, playing a DS. Now your weekends are free. I married a stranger from Reddit for visa purposes, and she has changed my life in a good way. May I request the long version of that story? Sure. 3 years ago, I was depressed, single, and stuck in a rut. I hated where I lived and needed to change something. She made a post on offering passport exchange. I messaged her with my offer, and we got married 3 months later. That was 3 years ago. Turns out we're pretty damn compatible and have sex and everything. So, we're no longer doing the passport exchange, and we have been living in my original country, and I no longer have interest in moving to hers. We're moving to Berlin in a few weeks for about a year, then onwards to our final destination, Barcelona. I've been to so many places I never would have gone to before, and completely transformed my lifestyle. Now I can live with very few possessions and be ultra-portable, whereas before I would have cringed at the thought. I made the story a little vague, as I'm quite paranoid.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next videos. In the meantime, check out the other ones. They're already waiting for you. Share your thoughts on this topic in the comments and tell your own stories. Wishing you a great day, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.